So, Adil, it's very nice to have you here in this nice community. We have so many investors who are asking why Damac Hills 2 is good for investing, why it is good for end users. So what you can sell, why people, investors should put their attention to this location.
Okay, first of all, I want to ask you something, that what options do you have available in the market? So let's say in Dubai, we used to have we used to have communities like Meadows, Springs. Now recently, Dubai Hills became popular. So if you see the price point, like entry price in Dubai Hills in today's market is not less than 4.5 million for a townhouse, which is a 3-bedroom townhouse, and the size is what, 2,000 square feet. Now for a 2,000 square feet townhouse in Dubai Hills, you will have to pay a 4.5 million dirhams. So if you are somebody
for ready unit.
For ready unit. Now, if you are somebody who's looking for investing in a community which is not that much expensive, or let's say which did not hit the highest price point till now, is Damac Hills 2. Now, Damac Hills 2, the similar size property which you will find in Dubai Hills for 4.5 million, in Damac Hills 2 you will find it for like 1.5 million. So there are different segment of there are different categories, or there are different segment of investors and end users who are looking for a different price range of properties, right? So if there is somebody who has a budget of renting a 3-bedroom townhouse for 100,000 dirhams, where he would go? Is Dubai Hills an option for him? No. Is Damac Hills 1 is even option for him? No. It's even Arabian Ranches 3 is an option for him? No. All those communities are offering at least 150, 200,000, 300,000 rent for a 3-bedroom townhouse. So that is why if you have to drive only 35 minutes away from downtown, which is also not bad, because, okay, let's be realistic. Let's suppose your office is in Business Bay, and then you go and you live in Palm Jumeirah. How much time it will take? It might take more than 1 hour for you to reach Business Bay, right? So then time-wise, I don't think so. It's far. It's just like in your minds, and obviously the community is expanding. Community is ready. Everything is there. You have big parks. You have community center. You have retail. You have medical clinics. Even the school is coming up over here.
So basically, community is ready. So
the community is ready.
Currently come, see the location, pick up the project. What projects we have currently in Damac Hills 2?
I think the best opportunity for an investor right now in the market when it comes to villa or townhouses is the Park Greens. This is a very good product, which is obviously my favorite these days, for a fact that look at the size. The size of the property is 3,500 square feet. Where in Dubai you would find a developer offering you a twin villa in a ready community with 3,500 square foot, overlooking the park, overlooking the lagoon, and having the park access as well, with the price of 2.8 million or 2.9 million. Okay, like recently, for example, I can give you an example of MR. MR recently launched townhouses, which are obviously, okay, the size for a townhouse is 3,000 square feet. But townhouse is a townhouse. At the end of the day, you cannot compare it with a twin villa or an independent villa. All right, and those townhouses...
4-bedroom, right? Also
3-bedroom. So you have 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom townhouses. All right, a 3-bedroom townhouse for 3,000 square feet, Emaar is offering for 3.4, 3.3 million dirhams off plan in MR South, which is even more far than Damac Hills 2. So then why not Park Greens is definitely making sense for a reason, for a fact that this is the only twin villa in the whole Dubai having direct access to the park, overlooking the park, and with the price range of 2.8 million, and it's a 5-bedroom property, and they're offering a good payment plan as well, which is like 70% during construction and 30% at the time of handover. I think this is the best product even if you compare it with the nearest community from Damac Hills 2, which is Valley. Now in the Valley, the twin villas by MR were offered at what price? You know, the 3,500 square foot twin villa.
6 million.
No, the 5 bedrooms twin villa in MR was launched at 5.3 million. You know, where is Valley? Valley is like 5 minutes away from Damac Hills 2. And eventually it is going to be connected with Damac Hills 2 as well.
So will we have more roads which will connect us from the center to Damac Hills too?
Exactly.
Right?
So if you are okay to pay 5.3 million for a 5 bedroom in Valley, which is not a ready community, so there are two factors. Either what is an off-plan project? Off-plan project is the one where the community is just announced, it's not developed, the roads are not built, the community centers are not built, the amenities are not built, the life is not operational 100%. That is an off-plan project, which is Valley today. Whereas comparing to Valley, Damac Hills 2, it's a ready community. So if you are picking a property in Damac Hills 2, basically you are buying a ready you're buying an off-plan villa or under construction villa in a ready community, but you're not buying an off-plan project. So that is why if you are buying a 5 bedroom park facing under construction villa in a ready community for a 2.9 million versus buying a 5 bedroom twin villa for 5.3 million in an off-plan property, which makes more sense.
And Damac Hills 2 is a golf course community, right?
No. The Damac Hills 2 used to be a golf course community. But obviously, this is the beauty of Damac, and this is what I like about Damac. They obviously take the feedback of the customers, they do the research in the market, and then they see what exactly the market wants. So obviously, I am ex-Damac as well. So I had experience that we used to have like park and golf course in Damac Hills 1, whereas the park, when it became ready, it became very, very popular. So from there, Damac took experience and they introduced the park in Damac Hills 2, and from which people became really, really happy. The residents, it was a very good news for the residents. And obviously, since the park has been opened, the lagoon, the fishing lake, the cricket pitch, the football stadium, the tennis courts, the basketball courts, all those amenities are up and running in Damac Hills 2. Which makes it very, very attractive, and which makes it very unique, even though it is a little bit away from city. I don't think so somebody living in UK or somebody living in New York have a problem for driving 30 minutes from downtown.
In Russia, we also travel through Moscow to any place 1 hour plus, and it's normal.
I know all of my friends working in New York, they live in New Jersey. And New Jersey is obviously not as far as Damac Hills 2. They work in Manhattan and they would live in New Jersey. So, it's just like a matter of time. Dubai is expanding. Obviously, I still remember those times where people used to say Dubai Hills is far. Now, today, the rents and the prices in Dubai Hills are equivalent to downtown. So it's just a matter of time when you will have the same thing, when you will have
demand, you will see, and demand will be, because the difference between demand for townhouses and apartments, we see on the market.
If you see the facts, just last year, we had like almost 38,000 units handed over. Out of 38,000 units, 20% of them were only townhouses and villas, and 80% of them were apartments. So obviously townhouses and villa communities are much more higher in demand as compared to the apartments. Imagine if another COVID happens and you live in Burj Khalifa. You are living in Burj Khalifa and you are in COVID. Imagine what's your life. This is what people realized, and they started moving towards the communities, and that's why community lifestyle is more popular in Dubai comparing with the downtown lifestyle. Now, downtown lifestyle or those areas are much more popular for tourists, or for short-term rentals, or some investors who are looking for those locations where they can do short-term rentals. But if they're looking for long-term rentals or something which is for a long-term in Dubai, and if you are looking for a tenant who is resident in Dubai, obviously you will look for a community where people want to settle down with their families and you have a proper life.
So it's really great to know all these facts, and that there are so many amenities, pools, lazy rivers, sport grounds. But let's talk about numbers when we talk about investments. Like what is, all investments see what is the price per square feet. And can you tell us what is it?
Okay, now price per square feet. It is the cheapest in the whole Dubai, approximately 800 dirhams per square feet. So in which part of Dubai in today's market you can buy a property for less than 3 million dirhams for 3,500 square foot, and it's a 5-bedroom. Where in Dubai? Only here. And this is not even an off-plan project like I mentioned earlier. It's a ready property. It's a ready community, so you're buying just an under construction villa in a ready community. So it makes a lot of difference. Okay, price per square foot is less. Payment plan is amazing, one of the best in the market. You're paying like 20% down payment. You're paying only 1% per month, and then you're paying like 70% during construction and 30% on handover. Where in the market for a townhouse you will find a payment plan where you can pay like 70% during construction and 30% on handover. Only here. Where in the market you will find a community which offer all those amenities, starting from the cricket ground, the football ground, the tennis court, the badminton court, and the basketball courts, and the lagoon, and the lazy river, and the list goes on and on. So I think, in my perspective, I see that the Damac Hills has a lot of potential. When we heard about that Valley is going to be extended and the Emaar is going to bring a new community next to Damac Hills too, and I'm 100% sure that other developers also going to launch around Damac Hills too. So then, once all those communities are under construction and people are running to get their units in the valley, or even maybe in the upcoming communities by other developers, obviously the ready property in that location will be more popular and will be higher in demand, and people will eventually start moving to here. And then eventually we will see one day, and I'm sure about it, that people would say, I want to live in Damac Hills too, just because that X community is very far from Dubai.
Okay, that's great. So what's the hot deals what we have today?
So we have two products. I think both of them are very good, and I always encourage my team to focus on it. So there is one upcoming launch, I think in few days, that is Natura townhouses. I think that is also a very good deal. A 2,400 square foot 4-bedroom townhouse, only for 1.8 million with 60-40 payment plan. Where in Dubai?
Wow.
So when somebody asks you, it's expensive, it's far, it's small, I always tell my team, ask that person, far from where, expensive from what, and smaller from what. So when you ask those questions, then trust me, that guy, whoever is asking you this, he will not have answer for this. And then either he will buy or he will just run away.
Great.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why we really recommend our investors to look at this community so closely and make sure that you know all details. So it's important to understand when you're making decision, and selecting one of the unit on the park facing or lagoon facing, like semi-detached villa, which you cannot find anywhere within this price.
Yeah, people just have excuses of on the basis of nothing. You really have to study the market, understand the facts. You have to know that what exactly is happening. Just recently, for example, the flood happened. Now, in my experience, Damac Hills 2 was one of the safest place in Dubai, at least, because obviously I was here when the flood happened and the rain day, and I did not see any floods around. So these are, and I can see, and I don't want to name the communities, but still everybody knows that people are struggling because the water really entered their houses. And then how come, and I was thinking that day that I want to meet all those people who are always saying that the Damac quality is not good. So I want them to come to me, and we can have a quick coffee.
Yeah, sure. And to come, to see, to feel great. So thank you, ADEEL, for giving us all this information. It will be really helpful for everyone, I believe. And let's find the best investment opportunities here.
Thank you.